Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the GTraderPro weekly stock forecast. And I'm Gil, and I'm here every Sunday to help you get a head start on the trading week. Today we're going to take a look at what occurred this past week and what we've got to look forward to going forward into this new upcoming week. Upcoming events and setups that we're watching. Let's get right into it. And we'll start off with Tesla. Very important developments this week. We saw a nice decline in Tesla. Last week we talked about the very important price of 354. And as we can see, as we came into this week on the 29th, on Friday, or last week I should say, that they closed below 354. We made mention of this last week that was a very bearish signal, having closed multiple days above it and then closing back below it. We wanted to short Tesla at the 354 price. So we updated our subscribers this week that Tesla was a short at 354. We had that opportunity on Tuesday for traders who wanted to take a position. At the very least, we've had traders who have been long Tesla stock exiting on the way up with a key exit at 354 last week. So long traders are flat, waiting for pullbacks, and those who are willing to short the stock shorted it at 354. We had, a very nice decline. As we've talked about in recent past, 285 to 275 is a very important price structure for the market. We can see that we tested the 275 level on Thursday before a bit of a bounce. This is to be expected. I do, however, expect lower prices coming in Tesla this week and beyond. Some of the prices we're looking for next on the downside, 255, this will be next up, and then down at the 233 to 228 level. We will begin to talk about potentially scaling into long positions in Tesla as we approach these levels. But first things first, I don't believe the decline is over. Tesla is in a bit of a decline and should continue lower in June and potentially even into July. Before it puts in an important bottom. There is a necessary pullback in Tesla going on, and of course the heated exchange between Elon and President Trump really got things going. But technically, we could see the signal here on Tuesday with that poor close. So traders in our Discord group are short Tesla stock. At the very least, the long traders exited up here. Very important exit. They've been long since 228. Those who have been long stock took some profits over the last week and a half. Very nice. So again, stay tuned for more updates on Tesla. If you want daily updates on the stock portfolio, please join our Discord group, which we'll talk more about at the end of the video. And stay tuned for Tesla, but more downside expected here in this stock during the course of the week. It is the weakest of the bunch at the moment. Let's move on to NVIDIA. Very strong performance last week out of NVIDIA. A little bit sideways, but still very strong in a very bullish position. We talked recently about 141, 142. This is an important upside level. We've done very well in this uptrend. Very minor pullbacks. I continue to expect more upside this week out of NVIDIA. First target is 145. It's not that far away. Much more important target sits up here at 148. I do expect to see that this week under good conditions. What are good conditions? I want to see it continue to close above 137, 138. So let's just move up our support level to about 138. Ideally, we hold 138 on any pullbacks, and we'll look for 148 with a very likely run. Again, maybe not this upcoming week, but in time into June. Our longer term is to predict and forecast new all-time highs, 156, 157. That is all but assured. And so we're going to look forward to reaching that target eventually with continued uptrend. And again, best case, we continue to hold 137. I could live with lower before the market goes higher, but this week I'm going to look for 148. And then 156 transpires with a daily close above 148. So make note of that. A daily close above 148, 149 absolutely would signal a little bit more upside. Not, again, it's not a huge move, but another $6 and an important new all-time high. Very likely coming out of NVIDIA. Microsoft, another really, really strong showing this week. We talked about the importance of 454 recently over recent weeks. We knew that it was going to be important. And here, a week ago, they gapped up and battled at this 160 level. We finally closed on Monday above 460, and that began the move to the next target, 465, and we closed very, very strongly above 465. That actually sends a signal that Microsoft in coming days, in coming weeks, is going to make new all-time highs still between 490 and, believe it or not, 525. These are our longer range now forecasted levels for this stock, Microsoft. So again, very bullish. Look for continued bullishness above 460, ideally above 465. That is absolutely the most bullish scenario for the stock. Almost no way out of getting to 490. If we can close above 490, that would open up the door to the 525 target. But each of these very important, bigger picture targets, and could come very, very quickly this week. So that's the upside target. It's not a small move, about 5%. And that's what I'm looking for out of Microsoft. Almost no way out of it. Almost no way out of it. There would have to be a really big take back to remove that. Let's move over to Amazon now. Again, a very good showing. You know from my videos over the last several weeks that 212 was very important. We shorted 212 back here for a nice decline. We said if it stays above 196, that was bullish, and they made that nice decline, giving us a good several-day short trade. Friday, make note, first close back above 212. 212 and 214. Now, it's great above 212. It would be definitively stronger above 214. If we get that this week, if you see a daily close above 214, it does open up the door to 220. So anybody who is long Amazon stock should feel really good about the close on Friday above 212. Better still will be above 214. Your next target on the upside would be 220. We would definitely look for do some profit taking on long positions. If anybody is long this stock, we'd be profit taking at 220. That will be the next really major upside challenge for Amazon. And I do expect to see that price fairly soon. Apple, just dead quiet. Really, really minimal movement out of Apple. I know there's been some talk about the death cross in Apple stock. That's been a recent online post. And yeah, it is definitely in a weak position. It has been unable to get back up to 210 or anything more than that. It does, however, continue to hold 198. So it's not necessarily in a bad position at the moment, just not very interesting and tradable. Long term, yeah, I've got no problem with the stock on a long-term basis at this point in time. Everything above 187 is reasonable. So if we got to pull back to 187, that would be a compelling place for a long trade. It would have to hold 187 if we see that price. Again, it's just very, very quiet and uninteresting for new positions to be taken up in Apple at this stage of the game. Meta, on the other hand, not so boring. Meta had a great week. You knew from my previous videos that 667 was an important price. And that was my forecast from last week, that we would see 667. And we can see here on Monday, they shot right up, closed above it, retested it, a very bullish position as we headed into Wednesday. My next upside target, absolutely 718 and 725. Again, almost no way out with this strong close for the week. Any pullbacks we'll take advantage of being long. We'll identify and update our subscribers again daily through our Discord channel. So again, I invite you to subscribe to that. And our upside targets this week are going to be 720, 718, 725. And again, we'll keep everybody updated in Discord. MicroStrategy is another one of the weaker stocks. As you knew from my previous video, we've been short up against 420. We've taken profits. It was very important as the market was coming down to do so. Last week, I believe I posted, we want to short any bounce. Should we get a bounce off of our profit-taking levels that we reached on Friday of last week, we said New positions would wait to see a bounce, and we did bounce back up to the 385 level, and we said 385 to 400 would be potential shorting territory. New shorts may have entered at 385, and we've already had a nice pullback down to 370. Not huge. 370, 368, very important for profit taking. And so we've done a little bit of that. I am still targeting potentially down to 354 and lower in this stock before the sell-off is over. That said, if they continue to hold 368, if we get a jump over 385 this week, it'll signal 399 to 400. So again, anybody may want to potentially have a trailing stop. Any close back above 385, those recent short positions would want to exit and wait for a 400. But overall, more downside to come out of MicroStrategies. Lastly, the very interesting new addition that we put on recently was Netflix. And as I told you in last week's video, that a close above 1209, 1208 would open up a new all-time high. I gave it to you as 1235 to 1235 was the number I mentioned. They were able to go well above and pull back nicely on Friday and rested on 1241. All right. We should revisit this week 1260 and 1270. Continue to make new highs above 1260, nearby 1270. Not a big deal. Any pullback to 1208, if we see it, is going to be new long entry territory for this stock. So if we see 1208 this week, we will likely instruct our traders with a daily close above this price, touch it and close above it. We want to go long, and we'll be targeting once again. First target will be 1240. Ultimately, we'll be targeting 1260 and 1270. Ultimately, this stock too is going much, much higher. These are just nearby upside levels, but it was a nice call to get above 1208. Once we got above 1208, it was 1235. They've exceeded that nicely. So I'm looking forward to any pullback giving us new long entry in Netflix for these highs and new highs. And I think that wraps up our stock portfolio. So once again, I want to thank you for watching. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you never miss a beat. And it's very important, please, we invite you to join our free Discord community for daily updates, daily insights, and trader chat, all free of charge. Link is in the description. We also invite you to visit GTraderPro.com. There you can learn about the one-to-one training that we provide, tools and resources, and be sure to follow us on social media, Facebook, etc., to stay connected with the GTraderPro ecosystem, and watch for more information about our Ultra indicator and our GTraderPro auto trading strategy in upcoming videos. So once again, thanks a lot. Looking forward to a really good week this week. Hope you'll join us in our Discord community. I'll see you there. I'm Gil, and once again, I thank you for watching.